If there's one thing I'm always preaching about on the channel, is get your shit off the jack stands. So hopefully today we're gonna be able to get our black Turbo Fox body, which is our daily driver street car. And it's been in op for the last couple weeks because we've been switching between turbos. We're hopefully here to rectify that today. Stick around as we are going to actually put a new turbo on and get the car running. Last couple weeks, you've noticed that we've swapped turbos as we took the Precision, put it on the white car, which right now is under construction, and we found out that the cheap turbo that we had was leaking from the back. So what we're here to do is to rectify the situation we have with the black Turbo Fox body. And instead of actually putting the new Precision on, we're gonna save that as a spare for the white car. As we know, we've been racing a lot on the channel. And we're gonna go ahead, opt to try out one of the better, cheaper turbos that On3 has available. You know, On3 has some pretty good budget-minded turbo kits and turbos. And one of the turbos that we took off was an old 7875 turbo from years ago, and they've changed the design quite a bit. We got another replacement, but we tried to rebuild the turbo, and it kind of was in really poor condition, really wasn't salvageable. Our options were to get a rebuild kit, which we did from AGP Turbo, but that didn't end up working out either. And went looking on On3's site, since that's the turbo that we were using on it, and they actually shipped us a replacement. And little did I know, the replacement wasn't a rebuild kit. It was actually a completely different turbo. On3 actually sells a midsection. They don't sell rebuild kits with all the little bearings and stuff in it. They actually will sell you CHRA. I can't remember what they actually say it on their website, but they actually sell you the whole midsection on the turbo. We ended up calling up Greg at On3 and told him what we had going on with the turbo setup. And he had said, well, the one that you have is probably kind of an older one. Why don't you go ahead and pony up and buy the replacement center? Now, he ended up donating the housing to the channel. As the housing has made, they make a little bit of a different setup now than the one that we were using. See, it's got like notches here on the dust shield, and you can see that's notched right here in the housing. This is only a 0.96 housing. I wish they would actually make a larger one. Got the billet wheel. We went ahead and got basically a better 7875 for the black car, as you guys know. And the reason why we're even bothering with the cheaper style turbo is because we're putting the 387 in the black car very soon. And we decided to just kind of keep it as budget as possible, keep it kind of realistic versus buying a ball bearing turbo and putting it on there. We're gonna go with something a little bit more budget friendly that you guys will enjoy here on the channel. Big shout out to On3 for actually donating the housing. This is a very specific housing for this 7875 billet wheel. This is what we're going to be putting on the black car today. Probably just set up our old tune up just like we did before. Probably worked just fine. So let's get busy, get that housing off, start getting this new turbo set up. Okay, so first things first is we got to go ahead and get this housing off like I had said. Okay, so we got the old housing, or the 127 housing off that we were using, that we use on our Precisions. And we're gonna go ahead and mount the smaller specific housing for this. I would have liked to have gotten a larger housing, but they did offer it for this. And like I said, it's notched here, so this is specific for this 7875. So we're gonna go ahead and mount this, set this turbo up. Pretty excited to see what this, or this new billet wheel turbo would do for us. I got the new housing on, wasn't too bad. I made sure that I used good grade bolts, and we put a new stainless gasket in between. Gonna go ahead and mock everything up, get it all tight. We're gonna go ahead and skip this for now. I'm gonna move right in here to the workbench here and take the drain off, take the feed off, go ahead and switch it on over, and then we'll be ready to actually install the main body of the core here. We're gonna have to reuse the old compressor housing. This is actually fit for that, so that's gonna work out pretty well. I'll be able to clock it and get it ready. So we'll put this on and off a couple times, kind of clocking it as you'll see me getting it ready for the install. So take a little drive in it, get it hot, heat cycle it, and see how well it works. So now we got to actually clock where this turbo is going to be sitting at as compared to the other pieces of the kit. Make a couple marks and then bring the compressor housing out and kind of line it up a little bit with the drain and such. Be honest with you guys, I was not motivated to do this project at all today. After going through this mess yesterday, whole top end of the motor being tore apart, you know, this is what we talk about on the channel, you know, buy once, cry once, and get your shit off the jack stands. And it got 2 disabled cars here. You know, that's not how we roll around here on the channel. We're waiting on some cylinder head pieces to fix our cylinder heads on our white car. And, you know, I figured I'd give this budget billet wheel 7875 a chance on the black car, see how well it ride, and get it done. So, you know, just for you guys out there, you know, one bolt at a time. I seen the housing and I seen some rust, and I'm like, you know, these bolts aren't going to come off easy. And it's just, you know, I got one off and then I got the second one off, and I'm like, that wasn't too bad. We're pretty much at the point where we got the other housing back on. We're sealing it back up. It's about staying motivated. I don't know, just getting this shit done. Sometimes it's overwhelming to try to make videos and content and try to work at the same time. It's not an easy feat, but you know, we do it. We do it for the channel. I do it for you guys. Try to keep you guys motivated, you know, when it comes to, you know, fixing your Fox body. Let's get back at it. All right, now we got a couple of the little drains that we have to switch over, and the feed, which obviously this is the feed up here and this is the drain. So we'll do that real quick and be done with it. All right, we got everything clocked and ready to go. Spins pretty good there, new billet wheel. Again, we use some of the old stuff from the old turbo compressor housing. Last thing we got to do is get it clocked on, and we're about to fire it up, boys. Stick around. So we're here just mocking stuff up. That way I can lock the whatchamacallit down. Finally got the turbo hooked up, ready to give it a first fire, so that's what we're going to do right now. Runs pretty good. There's going to be some smoke that happens from break-in, but that's okay. That's normal. I don't feel any leaks. We do have the old 76, 75 tune from a couple years in this, so we're going to go take this for a ride and see how well it worked out for us. I'm just excited to have it back up on the, back in the road. All right, guys, that was a pretty good little shakedown. Runs pretty good, for sure. No issues. It definitely goes a little bit lean. Definitely not smoking anymore. Like the old one, you would see a bunch of smoke coming out of here by about now because it was already warmed up. And that just tells you about the turbo seals with the other videos that we were doing. So, guys, if you enjoy this sort of content, leave me a thumbs up. Hit that join button below, man. Be part of the membership. They get exclusive content to the channel and they help support the channel and do some of the things like I do here. Outside of that, I just appreciate you watching. Stay tuned. We'll do some more shit here on the Black Car. See you soon.